All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brother doing his work and true sincerity. Now, we're going to jump right into the lesson. This is Psalms 146 and 3, and it says, put not your trust in princes, or in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breast goes forth, he returneth to his earth, in that very day his thoughts perish. So, put not your trust in princes and the Son of Man. So, people in general, man, and you gotta walk with the mentality in the mind state that everyone's your enemy, and everyone has demons on them. Now, with that being said, you don't treat people like you're their enemy, but you just be aware of the fact that they're not for your turn. They're not for your they don't want to see you prosper, man. They don't want to see you excel. Because number one, we're under the curses. So we're only going to be able to go so far in this world. And number two, whatever blessings that we do get, as far as financial success or any kind of success, is given to us by the Lord. So to put your trust in man, and that could be women as well, or jobs, or legislation, or like these people do, voting for the president, is a futile and vain thing. Ultimately, the only thing that we can trust is the Lord. That's why it says in verse 5, it says, happy is he that has the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord. So that's the only one that we can have hope in. Because we understand that this world system is going to collapse, and we see it collapsing. We understand that the dollar that we work for is going to collapse. And with that's going to come the place that you live, and the car that you drive, and all those things that make your life will no longer be something to be counted upon. Now, until that day comes, we are to occupy. Until it comes, until Yahweh Shai comes, until it comes to the point that we can no longer exist in this society. And until that day comes, we move us like Yahweh Shai said, sly as a serpent, but harmless as dove. Let's go ahead and get that. This is Matthew 10:16. So it said, trust not the princes. Yahweh Shai understand that as well. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. And wolves are predatory animals, and they prey upon the sheep. So Yahweh Shai is saying you got to have that mentality, that circumspection of people are out there not for your turn. They're out to get your money. They're out to mess with your woman. They're out to see your downfall, man. So you got to be very circumspect of what you reveal about yourself, and who you put your trust in, who you speak to, and how you speak to them. You know, to some degree, you know, at your workplace and things of that, you should be a fucking mystery to people. Like who the fuck is this guy? Like he never, no one knows about him. You know. You gotta, like the brothers like to say, you gotta be Clark Kent. I mean, what did Clark Kent do? He had a persona that blended in with the crowd. And sometimes that's necessary for you to move in this truth, man. You know, because you're not gonna go out there and tell the whole goddamn world that you got a YouTube channel, or that, you know, you're part of a camp, and that you go out there, you know, week in and week out and prophesy the downfall of America. And you're not gonna tell your boss he's a Edomite, and you're not going to tell a co-worker, if you're from another nation, that he's a heathen that is going to slavery. You don't do those things. Although those things are true, and those are things that we teach about and preach about. It's the platform to speak of those things. The Lord gave us a platform to speak of those things. That platform is the videos and sit downs that brothers make, and going out to the highways and hedges. That's the platform or the format that the Lord gave to us to speak this word. So I'm gonna get a few scriptures. Let's get Psalm 62 and 9. This is Psalms 62 and 9. It says, I'll try to verse 7. In Yahweh is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in Yahweh. So all the things that are gonna get us through this life is in the Lord. You know, it's not gonna be in your efforts and your intelligence that's gonna make you succeed. The Lord's going to give you certain things. If the Lord wants you to succeed in a certain area, guess what? There ain't no stopping that success. If the Lord wants you to fail in a certain area, guess what? You ain't going to make it, you're not going to attain it. The Lord doesn't want you to attain a certain position or a certain job title or whatever, or a certain level of wealth, then guess what? You ain't going to do it, because the scriptures talk about how the Lord make us poor and make us rich. Let's go ahead and get that. Move it over here. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 7. It says, the Most High make us poor and make us rich. He bring us low and lift us up. So whatever state you are in life, is because the Lord wants you in that condition for whatever reason. It says he raises up the poor, because you always got to remember that there is no free will. And then Jake don't like to accept that. That's one of the reasons that Jake doesn't want to serve the Lord. Well, it's because he wants his own will. He doesn't want to accept the fact that he has no control over his life or his destiny. We don't. The Lord controls our destiny. The Lord controls our life. The Lord controls the outcome. Let's go ahead and get that in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 16 and 33. So the Lord controls the outcome of everything and anything. So the lot is cast into the lap. And lot is basically, it's like rolling the dice. It's a perceived game of chance. So the lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. Let's get the NLT. It says, we may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall. So the outcome is predestined and predetermined by the Most High. Let's go back to Samuel. It said, the Lord make us poor and make us rich. He bring us low and lift it up. So if you see the so-called white man in a position of power and ownership of all things, guess who put him there? The Lord did. And when you see our people in a state of a disease state, a low state, a bruised and battered state, like the parable of Lazarus, and even go into Isaiah the 1st chapter, sickened people, the whole head is sick, the whole heart is faint. That's of the Lord. And then he also has the power to reverse those conditions as well. It says he raises up the poor out of the dust and lifts up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princesses and to make them inherit the throne of glory. And that's going to be to the elect, because the elect are in a low state right now. And it says, from the pillars of the earth, for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. The pillars of the earth are the Lord's. He has set the world upon them. Get the NLT. It says he lifts the poor from the dust and the needy from the garbage dump. He sets them among princesses, placing them in seats of honor. For all the earth is the Lord's, And he has set the world in order, his order. So what in every order the Lord put this world in is because that's his will. That's his determination. Let's go ahead and get that in the book of Revelation. Let's see here. Let's see. It's Revelation 4:11. It says, "Thou art worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory." I'm gonna see what the word Lord is. It's Lord. Supremacy, Kurios, supremacy in order, God, Lord, Master, Sir. So that's the Most High, man. So thou art worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. So the Lord does everything according to his pleasure. Let's get that word pleasure. What one wishes or has determined shall be done, for the purpose of Yahweh to bless mankind through Yahweh Mashiach. Well, the first one is basically the one that really gets to the point. What one wishes or has determined shall be done. So whatever the Lord wishes and determines to be done, that's what's going to be done. So thou art worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. They are and were created. All the nations of the earth, all the people, everything, man. Every ideology, every idea, every thought, every pattern, every subcultural group. It's all created for the Lord's doing, for the Lord's pleasure, to bring, and ultimately is to glorify His name. Because the Lord rose, like you said in the scripture, the Lord He made Pharaoh rise up to show of His power, to show of His glory. And the Lord put us in a lower state to have glory in a powerful deliverance that the whole world's going to see. So it's all for the whole world to marvel at the Lord, man. When you understand this, then you understand why things happen. You understand why things go on the way they do. Let's get Isaiah 2:22, I think it is. This is Salak. It says, "Cease from man whose breath is nostrils, for wherein he's be accounted of." So people to put their trust in man, not realizing the Lord's in control of things, man. When you understand that the Lord does everything according to His will and according to His pleasure and for His own divine purpose, that you can understand, then basically you figured out the mystery and purpose of life. If you understand your position and your part in the universe, then you understand. You figured out the mystery of life, man. You figured out the purpose of life. And that goes back to what Ecclesiastes, the whole duty of man, serve the Most High, to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And us being Israelites, ultimately the Lord's going to put those commandments in our inward parts. And we're going to be in peace and we're going to be in power. But it's not of our will, it's not of our vote, it's not of anything that we do in ourselves. It's a spirit that the Lord puts in us to do all these things. The spirit the Lord puts in you to make a video, the spirit puts in you to go off, even if you want to understand that. The Lord put the spirit in you to do everything that you do, man. And that's why there's no reason to be proud or boastful of anything that we do. And that's one of the mysteries of the universe, man. But with that being said, it's a real quick lesson. Most High will and hope is edifying them, give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.